Hello everybody. It is day 3 of cooking in quarantine and I'd like to say hello to everybody. So what have we got going on today? Can everybody hear me over Benny Goodman? I'll give you a little natch down. So guys, here we are in New York and again day 3, Sunday, Monday. Is it Tuesday? I'm not really sure anymore. And here we are. If you hear, there's bacon sizzling in the background. And Benny Goodman featuring Anita O'Day, one of my favorite singers on the stereo. I have here, I've already gotten started this morning, and I have fried up some bacon because we're gonna have breakfast for lunch today. Those of you who were here yesterday, I have, oops, let's turn the heat off on the oil. I made my favorite breakfast casserole, which is, that little end might need a little bit more, which I call a savory bread pudding. Pardon my distraction. And so anyway, my savory bread pudding is in the oven. Hello, Sale. I love you, girl. I hope you guys are good down there in Margate. Here's cheers to you and cheers to Jody. So today, my drink is in my slut cup. Southern ladies under tremendous stress. I have almost a, what am I trying to say? Oh dear Lord, I'm having a senior moment. An Eve Arden. An Eve Arden is a drink that I made up about 30 years ago, sitting at the bungalow in Lexington, Kentucky. There was a big picture of Eve Arden over the bar. And I decided that because I felt like that the little round bottle, the raspberry liqueur, it's not Cointreau, it's something like that. So a little bit of that into grapefruit juice and champagne. So what I have here is I have vodka and grapefruit juice and a little bit of this stuff that I have, which is not dissimilar to the stuff I can't say the name of. But it's a really delicious little drinky poo and I highly recommend. It's afternoon, it's time to drink. Yummo. So my bacon is finishing up. Let's take a look and see where we are with the with our casserole. See how she's looking. She's looking amazing. Let's see. Is this about ready or does it need a few more minutes? Oh my goodness. Look how pretty she is, right? Wouldn't you like to have that for breakfast? We do still have a little bit of loose egg running through, so we're going to put her back in for a bit. But I am going to tent that with a little bit of, here we go, a little bit of aluminum foil that I had on the first half hour to keep it cooking slowly. Let's tent that really easily. And then the other thing we're going to do today is, on Sunday I made a potato leek soup. And like I said, I never eat soup on the first day. So, hello Kathy, how you doing? Hello Cal, hello. Jody, it's always 5 o'clock at my house. It doesn't matter what time. Hello, Michael Kirkpatrick. So what I thought we would do today is make some toppings to make that, to make the soup a little sexier. So if you were with me on Sunday, I saved the last inch or 2 of my leek and put that on a thicker piece on my grater, not my grater. Anyway, so I've got these that are a little thicker than normal and I'm just tossing them into a little flour and I'm gonna toss those around a little bit, toss those around a little bit, toss those around a little bit. I put a little bit, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt for flavor. So just a little pinch or 2 of salt down there in your leeks and flour and a little pepper because why not? Pepper's good on everything. And then, stop, here we go. Oops. Oops. I'm having a bad finger day. So here we have this. Now these little guys are ready to go. Just a little toss of flour, that's all it takes. Because you just want to have a little something for the oil to grab onto. Who else is here today? Hello, Mr. Cornett. It's lovely to see you. And Kelly says, rasp, do I need, oh, thank you. Thank you, mandolin. That's the word, Jody, I was looking for that I couldn't say. So here we go. Now I'm going to save my bacon grease because that's the new normal, and that is to not waste anything. Don't throw any food away. Don't allow any food to go bad. You have got to, this is our new way of living. We're supposed to be learning the lessons that our grandparents learned during the Depression to make everything last and everything be worthwhile. Hello, Frank. How are you? Frank, honey, every time I see your name, I think about how much I miss the Rocking Horse Cafe. So anyway, guys, I'm just going to, on the top of all those little bits of yummy bacon stuff, I'm going to throw a little oil on here because I don't think these are going to need a lot. And we're going to bring this up to a low. I hope that you did you lose me? It was because my mother was calling me. She should be watching me, frankly, shouldn't she? So anyway, here we go, guys. I'm letting this oil come up to a heat. And we're going to stick our heads in and look again. That's coming nicely. I'd love to know what you guys are doing out there. Can you guys tell me? What are you drinking? What are you cooking today? Do you have anybody coming over? I mean, I know that we're staying at home, but my best friend, one of my besties' kids came in to get some stuff. Good to see you, Frank. Hello, Thomas Carpenter. So my friend's kids came into town yesterday. Hello, Elizabeth Barkus. To pick up some stuff from Alexa's apartment. Hello, Oscar. And they came over to steal all the food I've been cooking, so I thought that was great. So I sent a big hunk of yesterday's lasagna, or actually that was Saturday's lasagna. I gave half of it to my neighbor, and I gave half of it to Scriven Lorillard. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Hello, Oscar. So anyway, guys, I'm burning up. What happened to my music? It's very hot in here, so let me get my fan. Oh, phew. Excellent. It's very warm in here. So anyway, that's my story today. If any of you are looking for a little place to go to church in New York, my friend John Cantrell is a hell of a music director. They try to do a little like Appalachian hymn every Sunday, and they have these awesome fans. It's so worth the schlep uptown, I have to say, because no good church has good church fans anymore. So I love them. St. Michael's Episcopal up on the Upper West Side. It looks like my oil is nice and hot. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit more because I don't want anything to get overdone. So kind of like pancakes, you know, pancakes and kids, the first one is always bad. So I'm just going to put a few of these leeks in here and let them sizzle up. But then we need to get something ready to grab them with and put them on. So I'm going to get a piece of paper towel and a plate with a little edge. And we'll see how this goes. Here we go. I have my handy dandy little thing here. I'm just going to let those fry around a little bit. And they're starting to get a little brown really fast. So we'll hold on to those and just let them go. So let's see, what's everybody doing? Mr. Seaswarda. Oh, my friend Kelly Fitzgerald Burns is making masks for the Atlanta hospitals. That's awesome. And Thomas, you're coming for lasagna the minute we are released from our confinement. How about that? I make a lot. I'm actually having good sausage sent from Kentucky ASAP. So we'll be ready for the end of confinement. So we got the first little batch of those going. That's changed our temperature on the oil a little bit, I think. So I'm going to go and put the rest of these bad boys right in here, shaking the flour off a little bit. We don't want that to gum up in there too much. I actually am going to do this to shake the flour off. There we go. Shaking the flour off. Kelly. Hey, Kelly, should we start keeping a list of days until we go to the beach? October will be here soon, you know. I like it. So here we go. We've got our little frizzles frying up real nicely. We just want those to get a little crispy because this is just going to be to top off our soup. I think I told you yesterday, I pulled out some soup I'd made a few days before, a pea soup that was off the charts. the most important thing, though, that happened to me so far today is I ran out to, where did I go? I picked up some, I needed mixers at the store. I needed some juice and some stuff. So I ran out to the store and I ran into my neighbor who is a registered nurse. And he was wearing a mask. And I said, oh, he said, Darren, I said, that's the kind of mask that I use when I use my heat gun to scrape all the lead paint off of things in my 90-year-old apartment. And he said, that's what you're supposed to be wearing. So turns out that I have N95 ventilators in my toolkit. Guys, I didn't realize this, and I'm not stupid. So we might all have some N95 sitting around if you do any kind of housework. So go and look and see. And Missy Neal, if we still are short when your baby comes, I'm gonna mail this and Max can wear it in the hospital so he can be there with you. How about that? I'm gonna keep it intact and go find the one that I've used previously and wear it. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on here. So maybe some of you all will, whoops, oops, ops. Well, there you go. That's the way to ruin things, is to dump oily things on the floor. So here we go. I've got my frizzles frizzling. And I've got frizzles on the floor now. Let's see. Hello, Mayor. How you doing? Do you have a house yet? And yes, Kathy, the sausage that I used for the bolognese for the lasagna that I sent out yesterday is not Kentucky sausage, but I have some being posted too. Let's see. Sale wants to know what the most underrated food is to have on hand at all times. I think a can of beans is absolutely important because you can do so much with them. A can of chickpeas is great because you can do so much with them. And if you don't have garlic, shallots, olive oil, and onions in your house at all time, you just want to go hungry. Mayor, do you agree with that? And I think that my little guys are about to frizzle stage. So let's pull these babies out. Let me try not to grab this with a cold hand. So we've got some frizzled onions, we've got some bacon, we've got lots of stuff going on here. So my onions are gonna top my soups for a little crunch. The bacon can top the soup for a little crunch. A little dollop of crema will always be great. Hello, Allison. How's life up in Skinny Atlas today? If you all have not been to Skinny Atlas, it is one of the sweetest little towns in the Finger Lakes. Undersung, I think it gets missed because there's not a lot of wineries there. It's a little higher up, but wow, it's a great place. So put that on your list of things to do when we all get out. So let's see how our little cooking thing is going today. Let's see, how is this looking? How are we? All right, do we have any eggs coming out? Yep, it looks like she's spot on. Here we go. So here is our breakfast casserole. By the way, yesterday, guys, when I was making the breakfast casserole, I gave a big long speech about how Gruyere was the only cheese to use for this. And no one seemed to notice that I got out the Gouda. So if you see me make little mistakes like that in the future, stop me and say, Alyssa, get the right cheese out. But that's part of being blind. So anyway, we've got a beautiful breakfast casserole. We've got toppings to go to finish our soups today. And is there anything else? I think that's good, right? So, hello, Nancy. How are you? I think that, I know it hasn't been a very long one today, but I think that my message is that we certainly want to, we want to make sure that we're using all the food that we buy, right? That is one of the biggest lessons for me in this and the things that I've learned as I've thought about myself and what we are all supposed to be taking away from this, because this is not an accident. And for me, I've realized that I take great pleasure in cooking. I don't eat very much, but I really love the cooking, and that I'm finding great great purpose in the challenge of not wasting. I've realized my recycling bag was empty at the end of the week. Not empty, but not nearly as overflowing as it was. I've only taken garbage out once this week, and I'm cooking all day, every day. And then more importantly, and I almost went off on a rampage at the beginning, but I decided to pause and win friends rather than just trying to influence people. The thing that has enraged me most today, and I hate tweeted the SOB, the Lieutenant Governor of Texas has said that our country's seniors should be more than happy to sacrifice their lives for the economy. I'm going to try to be calm about this and say, when you put people before profits, you should have taken ethics rather than math in college. When you put people before profits, your time in church has been wasted. If you want to put people before profits, go right ahead. But I am going to look out for your children's best interest. And getting back to work in 15 days is not in anybody's best interest. So go home, stay home, do what is right, and don't effing worry about it. What in the world could be better for us than another Great Depression where all of us are put to work, where we're building roads, where we're building bridges? Our infrastructure has fallen apart because all we care about is the bloody stock market, and we don't give a crap about people. So let's all look at our own navels, examine our own hearts, examine our own lives, and let's all do better moving forward. That is what the point of this is about. It's not an accident. Okay? Now, there are several of y'all who've come on, well, I can't see, but thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everybody who says amen, sister, because that is an amen. We all have to do better. And if we don't, if we're not better people, better citizens, when we come out of this, we will be right back indoors within a month. I don't care if you believe in God, if you believe in the universe, Mother Nature. This is not an accident. Do what you can to take care of the people around you. Reach out. I want every single one of you to call somebody today that you haven't talked to in 6 months or a year. Yes, we think that we're connected to people because of these things, but in the reality, what we need to do is be really connected to each other. See if there's somebody you can do something for. If you're cooking, find somebody in your neighborhood and take them and put a care package on their front step and call them and say, there's a meal on your front porch. Do something for somebody else. Get out of yourself and stop thinking about yourself. This is not about you. This is about all of us. So do better. Do right. That's all I say. Sorry for the rant. No, I'm not sorry for the rant. The rant had to be had. So, and for those of you who are living in states where you do not have a Governor Cuomo to lead you, I'm going to suggest that at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you can go on to WKYT TV, channel 27 in Lexington, Kentucky, and listen to my new boyfriend, Andy Bashir, lead you through this crisis. Get to know him. He's going to be your president. So, guys, that's about all. I think maybe I'll, let's see. What? My cousin Kathy says that her granddaughter is being forced to work at a car dealership. Clearly, people have misused their time in church, and they really don't care if they're going to hell, do they? I'm not the person that usually says that, but good grief, can you not realize that you're going to go to hell if you act like this, if you put people's lives in danger for money? Okay, as my closing salvo, for those of you who are confused, go read Matthew 21. Jesus lost his sense of humor one time in life, and what was it over? Money. Stop being money grubbers. Yes, we know Lisa, God bless you, your son does have to go in. Your son is literally doing the most important work in the world. For those of you who don't know Lisa Johnson, her son is stationed in Italy right now. And so prayers every day for the Johnson family. Okay, guys? Hello, Robin. Hello, Caroline. Hello, everybody. So, that's about all. It's really hot in this kitchen today, but it is a beautiful day outside, so I'm thankful for that. Let's see. Let's end this with 5 things that you're thankful for. Oh my gosh. Yes, you do. So Kathy says here that the dealership where her granddaughter works was ordered to shut down, but they're still making her come in. That is absolutely awful. So anyway, you know what? Here's what I'm going to say. You're going to find out things about people that you didn't want to know in this crisis. But as I always say, just like in the election of 16, I learned who would eat the babies if things went south. So I know now who to bar the door to, and I know who to open the door to. So you just can't be that way. Guys, stop. The money is going to be okay. As I saw, one of my favorite lines that I've seen lately was when they did an Elizabeth Warren bit a few weeks ago on Saturday Night Live, and she was doing a town hall, and a Kamala Harris supporter kept asking her questions, and she got up real close, and she said, "Kids, I got a little secret for you. Money isn't real. It is a construct that we have devised to make it simpler to move goods and services across time and space. It isn't real. If it goes away, we will build a new financial situation structure, and we will all be okay." So, Sale says 5 things she is grateful for: her health, her ability to move her body, music, her wife, and wine. And so I'm going to say I'm available. I am very happy for my health. I'm very grateful for my health. I am very grateful that I can do all sorts of twisty things with my body, even at my advanced age. And you know what? Sale, I'm grateful for your wife. She's a hell of a girl. And I'm very grateful for wine. So I am grateful for my health. I am grateful that here I am in the middle of the greatest city in the world. And when I look out my window and walk in the streets, I see people taking this seriously. And that is so important. And I'm so grateful for my fellow New Yorkers for taking this seriously. I am grateful for my home. Who in the world gets to live where I get to live? Very few of us. I am grateful for that I have my parents. I'm grateful for my niece and nephew, for my friends, for all of you. My heart is full, guys. And let's see. 5 things: grandkids, health, beer, and Mike Martin. Now, Mike Martin, if you're out there, she's not grateful for you. It's a different Mike Martin. Allison is grateful for her health and living in New York, because there is no better place to be right now except maybe Kentucky. So God bless us all. Robin, are you still going? Are you still at the airport? Do you have to go out every day? Kelly is grateful for her amazing hubs, and I can actually tell you he is amazing. She has a strong mind. She's a great cook. I can attest to that. She can cook circles around me, her beautiful boys, and her friends. And I am grateful for you, my love. Allison also is grateful for long walks, her daughter Hope, and Tito's vodka. These are the kinds of things that sustain us over time. So now this has been out for a second. Maybe we should have a bite. I think that's a good idea. I'm not usually one to eat on TV, but you know, it's different times. Everything is different these days. So we're gonna whip some of this out of the ta-ta. Now, like I said, I normally make it with croissants. So we'll see how it turns out with day-old ciabatta. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Crunchy, delicious, steaming. I can smell the delicious thymy onions on here. Let's see what we got going here. Oh gosh, that's delicious. Now I do, because you know you have to be prepared in these days. So just because you never know when you need to have breakfast, you should also have a nice quart of Bloody Mary mixed up. So anyway, guys, We have questions for the next video. Sorry, I'm putting things in the fridge. Here I come back. I'm going to do this pretty much every day at noon. It's a way to make me get up, get dressed, put a little makeup on, get pretty. And I appreciate you guys for coming here and checking it out so that I have a reason to get up, get dressed, get pretty, make a little food. And so if anybody out there is not too far from me, and Zing Zang, yes, that is the best commercially made Bloody Mary mix out there. Unless this is something that is little known. Ocean Spray makes Bloody Mary mix, but only for commercial. So if you're one of those people that has access to like a place where you can go out and go to a commercial place, then you should get it. It's amazing. It's really good. Zing Zang is a little smoky, and the Ocean Spray is very tomatoey, clean, horseradishy. I really like it a lot. Hello, Jeannie Gale. How are you, darling? And hello, Bobby. So anyway, that's kind of my story, Morning Glory. Again, if anybody lives near me and you're hungry and you want some food, I can absolutely deliver you some food. It would be my pleasure to deliver you food. If there's anybody out there in my community who doesn't feel safe going out, doing shopping, anything like that, and you don't feel like you have anybody, message me. I will go. I'm healthy. In 30 years, I've taken an antibiotic once. So, and I've lived in New York for 30 years. I don't scare easy, and I won't go down on the first bullet. So anyway, let's see. Oh yes. And oh yes, Robin has an Italian happy hour tonight at 4:30. I'm very excited about. And then the Sale and Jody are having another one. So I'm going to just be, I assume, on the computer all night chitting and chatting and having cocktails with lovely, lovely people. So you guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello, Nancy. We've got Austria in the house. How's Bud Break? Everything good in Austria? So you guys, that's all. Again, if anybody wants food, come right on. My doorman will let you in. Please have been in quarantine and don't have flown anywhere for a while. Jeannie Gill, I got to tell you, when they cut the prices on rental cars, I may drive to Kentucky. So anyway, you guys, I thank you for coming. It really fills my day and fills my heart to see all these faces here. And Kelly would like to come to virtual happy hour too, so we'll get her on there. Anyway, that's kind of it for today. So have a little something delicious, make something delicious, take something to somebody you love, right? Help somebody else get out of your head, and remember, people are always more important than money. I love you guys. Ciao.